This is a Geoprobe track model. You can see there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of places you can go to that might be problematic. There's a control aperture. There are many pinch points located in this area. Of course, with any diesel engine, you're going to want to refer to the diesel owner's manual for ultimate safety tips and ways to avoid accidents. While this is a track-mounted model, there are also truck-mounted models. And of course, the truck-mounted model, big difference would be to make sure that the parking brake is on before you start to work. Of course, operators should wear OSHA-approved steel-toed shoes and keep feet clear of the probe foot. Also important is to wear other personal protective equipment, such as the hard hat, traffic safety vest, and gloves. In addition, protective safety glasses and hearing protection is absolutely necessary when working on the probe. Hearing protection is just as important for people who are on site working with the driller. Decibel levels reach 85 dBA within 20 feet of the unit. All personnel working around the probe should be wearing hearing protection, as well as all other appropriate health and safety personal protective equipment. All Geoprobe equipment, whether it be track mounted or vehicle mounted, is equipped with an emergency kill switch. An emergency kill switch should always be identified before working on site. Heed all caution, warning, and danger decals posted on the machine. Ensure that everyone is clear and everything is clear from all moving parts before starting the Geoprobe engine. When operating the unit on a sloped surface, always position your unit parallel with the slope. This provides the greatest degree of stability and will limit shifting during probing or augering operations. Position the machine with the control panel upslope wherever possible, so the machine will roll away from the operator if it becomes unstable or moves unexpectedly. Of course, this is the same practice for a vehicle-mounted unit. The track-mounted probe has outriggers. This is yet another pinch point that could cause problems when walking around the unit for not only the driller but the people working around the driller. Always make sure that these outriggers are up before attempting to move the unit. The remote control should always be used to move the rigger to make sure that it does not run over any body or anything. Operators must stand to the control side of the machine, clear of the probe foot and derrick while operating the controls. Never reach across the probe assembly to manipulate the machine controls. Likewise, participants in drilling activities should stand clear of the non-control side of the probe unit. In the event of a problem, the operator should release all control levers. The spring-loaded levers will automatically return to the neutral position and machine operation will cease. Be mindful of overhead power lines when raising and lowering the derrick containing the hammer. So there are some very obvious pinch points on the Geoprobe that you certainly want to avoid. You never want to put your hand or fingers anywhere between that cap on top of the probe core and the hammer that's immediately above it. It uses significant pressure with percussion hydraulics to drive that core into the ground. As we pan down to the ground, you'll see that the unit is actually sitting on top of what would be considered a loose surface. A grass surface, a mud or a gravel-filled surface can be problematic in that the unit can slide out to the left or the right depending on the topography and cause severe injury to the foot and leg. Again, another reason to be sure that you wear your steel-toed construction boots. Also should be avoided loose-fitting clothing that could get snagged in between these pinch points. You see here that we have clothing that is not flowing or does not have excessive bundles or pockets and does not represent any type of hazard. So as you can see, the danger of probing is not limited to just the driller. If you're in the area of the probe while it's doing probing or while it's moving either up or down a hill or on a ridge, you're in danger. We've discussed in other portions of this coursework the dangers of drilling underground and subsurface utilities and things that you can't see that might be problematic. Hearing is of course a very important issue, as the hammer when operating is excessively loud and can cause significant damage to your eardrums. We understand that wearing our safety goggles is important because it prevents all of the dust and dirt generated from production of these samples and acquisition of water and soil from the probe unit to prevent them from affecting your eyes. Safety for everybody on the job site, it should be of everybody's primary concern. Overhead wires always present a problem. Underground utilities always present a problem. It's not just the driller's responsibility on the site to think about safety. If you're there, say something. Be protective of your health and safety as well with health and safety of others. Finally, decontamination of all the equipment is an important part of quality control and safety. It'll be discussed in other portions of the coursework.